What? P&O are allowing kids on their adult-only ships? Yes, that's right. That is the news today from P&O, that from late 2026, Arcadia and Aurora will be allowing kids on their adult-only ships for certain holiday time multi-generational cruises. As you can imagine, on Facebook, the P&O sites and other sites, they have had complete meltdowns. So we're going to dive into all the facts. Welcome back to Cruising with the 4Bs. I'm Tom. Yes, anytime there's P&O news, there's always a little bit of a meltdown over it. And I can understand why for some people, but I'm going to look on the positive side, as you can imagine, for a family of four, and also why it will be also good for some of the people who are not cruising with kids, and why it won't be such a crazy experience and will not be like anything like the bigger family ships. We're going to dive into that very, very soon. But first of all, let's take a look at the cruises, which are now going to be multi-generational on Aurora and Arcadia. The basic rule is from December 2026 till October 2027. If it's a school holidays, Christmas, Easter, half terms, summer holidays, or the weeks surrounding that, then most probably it has changed to allowing families on board. I've listed all of the cruises on the screen. Do not worry if you can't read that. I will pop it down in the information bar below so you can take a look at that. I've also popped on screen details of those cruises. The World Cruise will not be affected. That will stay as adults only. So will the cruises that are in between those half terms and holiday dates. Also, some weekend short cruises, 3-night, 4-night cruises. They will also be welcoming families on board, and up to 21 nights, and also a 24-night summer holiday cruise is also available. New ports, places like Scandinavia, going into some of the smaller ports, 7-night Spain cruises. I've taken a look for families of four. 14 nights, looking at around 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 for the 24 night, but down to 1,000 if you're looking at an inside cabin for a 4-night cruise. Around 2,700 over New Year's on the 5-night cruise, and you're looking at Christmas on Aurora at around 5k for an inside cabin for a family of four heading to Scandinavia. 7,000 if you want to head to the Canaries on Arcadia. As mentioned, all of this is listed down below as we delve into the pros and cons. So now, as a family of four who love cruising, we totally get both sides of the debate. So let's unpack what's going on, why some people are upset, and why honestly it might not be such a bad thing. So let's go over again. Here is what's actually happening. P&O has announced that during certain school holiday sailing, kids will now be allowed on their two adult-only ships, Aurora and Arcadia. Now, these ships for a while have been adults only, but of course, back in the day, they did allow kids. The kids club on Aurora was turned into more cabins on board. So it won't be the first time that definitely Aurora has let kids on board. A lot of guests, of course, though, have booked these, expecting the peaceful adult-only experience. Maybe it's a romantic getaway, a milestone anniversary, or just a break from the usual family chaos. Then suddenly, today, they're told the sailing will now include children. I get why that would be frustrating. It's not what they signed up for. Agreed. P&O has said that anyone who's already booked one of these cruises can get a full refund if they cancel before December the 1st, which I think is at least fair. And they can change to maybe getting a full refund and heading to another adult-only ships that Ambassador provide, Morella provide. There's also Fred Olsen. Borealis is now going to be 2026 adults only. But of course, also Aurora and Arcadia can do plenty of cruises which are still adults only. But even with that option, it's easy to see why some people feel disappointed or even a bit misled. And then there's another group, people like teachers or anyone who can only take holidays during school breaks. They might have chosen an adult-only cruise, especially to escape the family crowd. And now even their limited window for peace and quiet might be affected. So yeah, the frustration makes sense, but before we jump to conclusion, let's look at the bigger picture. Let's take a step back for a second. This change will only affect a small number of sailings, not every cruise on Aurora or Arcadia. Most of the time, there'll still be adults only, just like before. So if you're someone who really values the peaceful, no kids on board atmosphere, don't worry, there's still plenty of options to choose from. And honestly, these ships aren't about to turn into mini theme parks. There isn't water slides, there is not climbing walls. So it's not going to attract big crowds of kids who want the kind of entertainment instead. It'll probably just appeal to families like ours who already know what these ships are about. Relaxed, traditional experience. In reality, the change just opens up a few more opportunities for families to cruise together without completely changing what makes Aurora and Arcadia special. Now let's look at some of the positives, because there are actually quite a few. First of all, it gives families a chance to experience itineraries that the bigger family ships just can't reach. Aurora and Arcadia often visit smaller, unique ports, places the larger ships just simply cannot dock. And here's something important. Adults on board won't lose any space or amenities. There's no kids club being added, no big changes to the entertainment or the layout. A few more points as well. Noticing a lot of people brandishing kids exactly the same. Every child is different, every family is different. On some of the ships, we went on Virtuosa this year, lots of kids marauding around. They will not be attracted to Aurora or Arcadia. The itineraries won't suit, and all of the amenities on board. There's going to be no kids club. So, got a bit excited there. So really, they're not going to be attracted. It's only going to be the families who want to travel together in maybe larger groups or smaller groups that want to have the itineraries that these two ships will offer. What do you think? Please do let us know in the comments below. I'm sure there's going to be lots of debate. Click on the screen right now for another fantastic 4Bs video.